Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Friday night's edition of Paranormal Question of the Day. We're right back right after the short intro. And we are back. So I hope everybody's had a good Friday and get some stuff done. Kind of wait for some people to pile in here. Hopefully, it's a fast start. Yeah, there we go. Already got Carmen in the house. How you doing tonight? I finally say your name right correctly. And we got Mr. Sir William Armstrong in. How you doing, sir? Any cartwheels going on tonight in your household? So tonight we've got a bit of announcements, and we'll be talking about our upcoming investigation. So the first off to start out, we'll have, for those of you who don't know who these people are, we got Michelle, and we have Scott, and get that off my phone. Hey, Patty, how you doing? Oh, Patty, how you doing? So we'll get started. Carmen San Diego, yep. So we'll get started. For those of you who do not know Michelle, Michelle, I'll have you tell people who you are and what your gifts are, and to just kind of explain who you are.
I guess you can consider me as a medium. I speak to spirit through thought, and just starting to get back into the rings here of investigations. I've always done mediumship. In the past, I have done investigations, but now I am going to mix both of them together.
Absolutely, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Just kind of, I know that you were saying that you want to try using yourself as a spirit box instead of using the actual spirit box, and that's gonna be a fun conversation.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mr. Scott, you want to tell the people who you are and what you do on the side and stuff like that, as far as your historian work and stuff?
Sure. Hello, I'm the author of two Ed Gein books. I got one, The Traveler's Guide to Ed Gein, and the other book is just named Gein. I put about 4 years worth of research into the books, and it contain a lot of the court records, all of them, plus the ones from Mendota, the Mental Health Institute, and kind of got me into paranormal, the jail being so haunted, so that's how I got into it. So about it.
Awesome deal. And Kat is in the house, so we got both Armstrongs on the chat line here. This could get interesting. So what we got going coming up is on November 12th. We're going to be doing a first ever daytime investigation at the Washoe County Historical Museum in Wautoma, Wisconsin. For those of you who don't know where that is. And basically, it's where Ed Gein was housed for 4 days. He did not die there, just so you know. And Kat is saying hello, Michelle.
Hi, Kat.
There's Cynthia. How you doing? And so yeah, it's an interesting place. And we get a lot of interaction there. The attic is pretty active. But before we all get to the museum that day, investigation is going to start at noon, and it will end around 8 o'clock. So we're going to try and go live as much as possible as we can. And where we're going to start is Ed Gein's cemetery. So Scott, do you want to tell the people what cemetery that is?
That's the Plainfield Cemetery. It's the main one right by the highway.
Okay. Now all family members are in that cemetery, correct?
Yes, they are.
Okay. And then also far as victim wise, are they all at the same cemetery as well, or are they mix and match?
Oh, there's 7 of them, I do believe, in Plainfield. There's 2 at Spirit Land, and there's 1 at Hancock.
Okay. So, and we did talk about the one that was in Green Lake. Is there any connection with any of that with Green Lake, or is that just a separate whole ordeal that we were looking at?
Got to be separate. I never heard of Green Lake for it.
Okay. Just want to make sure if there's any connection or not. And then after we are at the cemetery, because that's, like I said, that's where we're going to start out first during the daytime, because we really can't investigate the cemetery in the state of Wisconsin at night without getting shot or getting fined. We are going to be heading over to a schoolhouse, I believe. Correct, Michelle?
The schoolhouse?
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to go down, that's fine.
Hey, Jing, how you doing? Just for those you know, Jing is from Indonesia, so welcome to the show. So I figure what yes, Lori says yes for the schoolhouse. And welcome to the show, Lori. And yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll spend probably an hour at the cemetery. My wife Marsha will be with us as well. So, and then probably an hour's time at the schoolhouse. And then from there, we'll make our way to the there's Marsha. And so from there, we'll make our way to the museum, which will be about, about 3-ish or so. And we'll be there for the rest of the night. So what are you guys' plans? What do you want to try? Do you want to try the using you as a spirit box in the cemetery and see where we get with that? Michelle, what are your plans? What do you want to try?
We can try it anywhere. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I do want to do the upstairs jail cell in the museum, though. I want to start completely over up there and try new and see what I come up with.
Okay. Scott?
And my big thing is I want to try out my new SLS camera. So I'll be using that a lot. It's my favorite equipment to use.
Okay. And really, honestly, I've really not have any experience in that SLS camera. I'm kind of on the fence with it a little bit. It's just because it's because I don't know how to operate it. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how to operate it very well. So, and to watch for stick figures and stuff like that. I mean, do you find it more credible and useful as far as investigating goes versus shadow people, full body apparitions and stuff like that?
Yeah. Nate introduced me to the camera while we were up at the museum in the attic, and we actually had it pointing toward the back of the stairs, and this 2 little stick figures showed up, which were the boy and the girl, and Nate actually walked over there and he had him reach out and touch him, and his arm got cold. That got me hooked because I actually watched it, so that's why I had to buy one.
So did you have a chance to talk to Nick about the XLS?
Not yet. I see he's all over Facebook, so I know I can get a hold of him.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Cynthia. Thanks for popping on in. Have fun down at Bango if that's where you're headed. So
just commented on there, and I wanted to say that I think that's a great idea to do the whole pendulum thing again. We should try that.
See, now that's something I haven't tried.
See, I've never done it before until that day. She had me do it, and I was I was a non-believer as she was showing what was happening, and I'm like, I don't get it until I did it, and I was like, wow, that was actually pretty cool. I'm a believer in it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely want to have to try that out and see how that all works. Because I have never seen anyone do the human pendulum thing either. So I'm very curious on how it works and how much, like for me, okay, if I tried it and I have like vertigo sometimes, I wonder if that would make it worse or, I don't know. We'll see. So, what else? I want to try while we're at the cemetery, Scott.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like a non-believer in the hey Dana, how you doing? A non-believer in the Spiritus app, or not Spiritus, Spirit Talker.
I was.
You want to tell everybody about your experience that you had out at the cemetery a day ago?
It was quite the experience. First, a little bit of background. When Ed Gein was arrested, the CSI unit went back into his house, the crime scene investigation units, and they took all the body parts down to Madison. And they basically, for some reason, kept them for 3 years. Then they went to return them to Plainfield, and they were to be buried, but they couldn't identify which part was for who, so they buried them in just one grave. And last summer, Amy, the lady's name was, which was Bernice Ward, not her. It was Mary Hogan's granddaughter, contacted my friend Keith up north if he knew where the grave was. And he contacted me, since I live like a half hour from Plainfield, if I could find it for her. So I went on a search to find it and actually called the lady who runs the cemetery. And once I told her what I wanted, she chewed me a new ass. I mean, she was basically yelling at me, I don't want to hear about Ed Gein. I don't know where that grave, everybody calls me about where the grave site is, and I don't know. And she hung up on me. So the next day I had one more option to try, and it worked. And I found the grave. I know for a fact in my heart and soul it's the grave. So Thursday I actually went there. I was going to do an EVP session on top of it. Plus I was going to try the Spirit Talker plus the K2. And I went out there Thursday morning, probably about 9:30, froze my ass off. And I paid my respects to whoever's there. And right out is Mary Hogan here. And I waited, and then the Spirit Talker came across, said, I'm really here. So that made me, okay, this is interesting. So then I tried a few more questions and nothing happened. And I read all the names of Ed Gein's victims off. And I asked, is there anybody here who would like to talk to me? And this is what really got me, is then the next message across Spirit Talker was the name Mabel, which was Ed Gein's fourth victim that he dug up in Plainfield Cemetery. So it was her. That made me a believer right on the spot. And I asked, is there anybody else here? And then it came back and it said, my body's around here, which kind of got me going too, because Mabel, when Ed took her, he cut her up, and basically he felt bad, so he decided to return some of her body parts to the grave, and he put it just under the soil. So I thought about that right away. So then I asked how many people are here, and she says there's 5 of us buried here.
Wow.
So that really got me going there, and I started asking questions, and it just, next one came up was said shooting, which Mary Hogan was shot. And it just so happens the next one after that, it said shot. So it had been Mary Hogan. So after that, it was really quiet. I decided to go over by Ed Gein's grave site. And as soon as I got out of my car, I walked over there, turned everything on. And the first thing came across, Spirit Talker told me to leave.
Probably his mom.
I left.
Wise choice.
So
wow.
I don't want to play around with Augusta.
Yeah.
He's not nice.
Yeah, I had a run in with her already. It's it was not a good thing, and so is Marcia. She's got to run in with her too. The last time we were there, she felt like she was being choked in a jail cell by her. So,
yeah.
And she has a thing about women being in the jail cell and all that stuff. So, so Jing, I don't know if I have anything attached to me or not, because there's been a few that said I do not have an attachment on me, but I don't know. I've had this vertigo for quite some time. It just comes and goes. So, and see, and I know that you hated that task cam that that you bought.
I was glad to ship that back today. Can't wait for the other one to show up.
Yeah, and Kat too. She was saying that they had some interesting interactions while they were there for the first time. So I can't wait to see what happens. And in fact, I do want to try an experiment. And Marsha says yes about being choked in the jail cell. Yes. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Me and William had quite an experience at Broadhead the last time we were there. I think the two of us never left a spot so fast. So the experiment I kind of want to try after, I think we'll have Michelle. We'll try that thing in the cemetery and see what you can get out of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that'd be very interesting. And then the thing is too is that I think I'll get my spirit talker out, or actually no, because I'll probably use my phone as for the live feed. So that I'll probably have my wife get spirit talker out on her phone, and I'll have spirit talker. I'll have you pull out your spirit talker, and let's see how much we can get in common with that. I think that'd be an interesting test for that.
Mm-hmm. Sure would.
See who gets the more information, depending on who's standing where. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
So now the schoolhouse, that in itself, now Michelle, that's just a one big giant room, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I believe it has no electricity whatsoever in the building, correct?
I don't know. Not meaning to call you out, but I love the energy and confidence you are carrying tonight. Oh, well, thank you, Kat. I love you too.
That's awesome. Love to hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what's the story with the schoolhouse?
Pardon me?
What's the story with the schoolhouse?
Lori probably can explain a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know the backstory. My mom probably told me. I just forgot.
Yeah. I mean, I probably should at some point. We'll put your mom on live. Is she okay being on live Facebook?
I don't know. Actually, I never asked her. She should do it because she's very knowledgeable.
We'll have to have her on, and then we can she could talk more about stuff. Because I know Lori knows a lot of this stuff too.
Need a generator.
Okay. All right. So, and I think we should do it. Hopefully, it's not a very cold day. I'm hoping that it's a very mild 40-degree, 50-degree day when we're doing all this stuff. And in the schoolhouse, I think it'd be good not to have the electricity on anyway, because I don't want any of the high EMF going, because that can, interfere with the investigation, give off, if it's so high that we walk ourselves into a Faraday cage. And I know I talked to you yesterday about that, Scott. So have you did any studying up on that at all?
I Googled it quick.
Oh, okay.
I probably forgot it already, so I'd have to do it again.
Lori's hoping for rain. Yeah, well, and rain is an energy conduit. if it thunderstorms and we have rain, yeah, that'd be fun, but it'll be awfully soggy in the cemetery. So let's wait at least till we're done with the cemetery.
Exactly.
But I think I don't know what kind of. I mean, we're only going to be spending about an hour there because it's not multiple buildings; it's just one big building.
Yeah,
And so
Might be real.
but yeah, bring in my boots. Okay, well, if it gets muddy, yeah, probably. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh.
But I guess if y'all want to bring your boots and your long johns, if it's colder than shit, I mean, I'll be wearing shorts regardless.
Fun with that.
No, not me. I hate the cold.
Yeah. The cold sucks. It
I
does.
really miss the South, let me tell you. That sun hits you just right. You bake. I'm
Right.
to it, and now I'm back up here in the freezing cold.
Well, and I suppose the allergies hit is harder up here than it does down there. So
Yeah.
So, so when we get back to the museum, Scott, is there anything you want to try at the museum that you haven't done yet, or solos? Do you want to try solos?
Because I've always liked the attic. I want to set up the SLS up there and see if I can get the two kids there. I got some more cat balls in the mail today, so I'm gonna lay them all over the place.
And watch me kick them all over the place.
I'm gonna try.
You probably will.
But yeah, I mean that'll be a good spot to go live and showcase the SLS, which I have not done that on my lives yet. So, and plus to learn about. I mean, this would be a good learning experience for all of us on how it works and whatnot.
What do you try it out?
Yeah. What's that?
Have everybody try it out. Kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So far as like the Estes method, we have not tried that. Actually, I take that back. Me and my wife have done the Estes in the cell. And she knows how to do that pretty good. Oh wait. The man is in the bedroom yet. Okay, well, we'll have to take care of the man in the bedroom then. Try and not to be so grumpy, so to speak. Right. This is when you got choked. I had the FLIR on. I was trying to get the spirit, if I could catch any spirits coming in the jail cell to sit next to her. I was asking them to sit next to her or whatnot. In fact, I don't know if I even told you this part, Marcia, that when we were doing the Estes, one of the spirits said it wanted to kiss you.
Wow.
And and I did say in the background, in the name and science, let's go ahead, try it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I don't know if your lips got cold or not, but
there you go, buddy.
You did tell me. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure if I would take that, but it did say, one of them did say that they wanted to kiss you, and I'm like, well, in the name of science, try it, see what happens. And then I had to
fuck her up, Marcia.
And I turned around and I put the FLIR on you and see if I could get a spirit that try and kiss you or whatnot. But she's already had that happen to her, Sheboygan, wasn't it? When we were down in the area where they moved the bodies that died in the asylum. She had an experience. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Yes, it is a very interesting tool. So I know my ears are not very good at like following up on those spirit boxes, how they go. My ears work well with Spirit Talker, But yeah, her lips went numb. Yeah, it did. It was crazy. We had like 20 people around us in this whatever we want to call it, the shoot where they take all the bodies and so nobody sees it, that was crazy. That was back in 2017 we were there. But I don't know. We'll just have to see about the Estes. Me could try a double Estes and see how that works. I have 2 pairs of headphones, so we could try it. I do not have any blindfolds, by the way. Yeah. Well, yeah, we do it pretty good. I test actually. I took her to the cemetery here in town, and that's kind of how I was training her. Is I put the headphones on, and she had the spirit box on her phone, and I was asking questions while we were walking around in the cemetery. Yeah. See, she'll try it again. So anything for science.
Oh, there you go. There you go, buddy.
So, I mean, like I said, this is gonna be a great investigation. I am looking so forward to all this, trying different things. Estes method, we will try it, see how it goes. Without a doubt in my mind, we will do fine with the Estes method. Maybe what we'll do is like you and Scott could do one, and then me and Marsha will do one, and then maybe Scott and Marsha can do one. It all depends on how much time we got, but we'll see what we do with that. Again, I think we should try the same experiment from the cemetery and go into a spot in the museum and see what Michelle gets out of, using her as a spirit box, and see what kind of conversation we can get out of that. And like I said, I enjoy those. When I did that with Cynthia, she does that a lot. When we did it at Malvern, we did it at, what was it? Man, it was a really good one. I'm trying to think of it. Granger House. Yeah. So we were at Granger House and we had a really good conversation. It was me, Cynthia, and Taylor. We were in the sewing room. And that session was really good. Go to Walmart. I'll see. I might do that tomorrow. I could do that. See how nothing too crazy expensive, but yeah, I might do that. Do you think the blinders would help?
I actually was thinking about that.
Okay. So, yeah, if you're out and about, I mean, I could grab one or I could grab 3, because it does heighten your senses a little bit more because now you just got your ears and you're not seeing anything.
Yep.
So, sensory deprivation. Absolutely. I also want to try the balloons again, like I did at Broadhead. We'll get the lights in the balloons. Of course, someone's gonna have to blow them up because I don't have any air, or I'll pop them. And
is Marsha joining us?
What's that?
Is Marsha going to be joining us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, she will be with us.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So Pat was saying that they have good stuff at Walmart. So, that's something I'll go out tomorrow and take a look. I actually am planning on maybe going live tomorrow at a location near me. I'm thinking about driving. Sorry, to Asylum Point tomorrow.
What'd you do to it?
And maybe take a walk into the cemetery without getting kicked out or whatnot. But there is a haunted lighthouse there, and I want to see if we can walk across it this time to get up close personal with it. So it's supposed to be a haunted lighthouse. So I might do that tomorrow. So a little bit off subject, but
Yeah, you gotta be careful with it.
Hey Anthony, how you doing? So yeah, the balloon test I want to try again because it was going good at Broadhead. Yeah, I know we haven't been out there, so get your shoes on tomorrow because we're gonna go walking. So, um, but honestly, I really want to get the balloons to light up and see if I could get Spirit to touch the balloons and to shut off, and then if we say something, they hit or whatever. Just make some kind of contact with it and have it happen on live because I think that'd be fun for people to see that experiment work.
I'm
Uh,
really hooked on that robot that I seen. I can't remember, like 2 weeks ago. We had an investigation come in to the museum, and they had that robot. It was amazing. Like, I literally watched a robot for like 3 hours. It was like pure entertainment. I loved it.
did you purchase one yet, or just kind of waiting?
I'm waiting, but I'm definitely gonna get one.
Okay, yeah, that'll be fun. To see what all. I mean, the kids' room, like I said, Kat was saying that the balloons will work at Edinburgh too. He says, "Yeah, it would." If I would have brought the balloons, or if I would have remembered bringing them, yeah, we would have had that done too. But um, that robot would be interesting in the children's room at Edinburgh. That'd be kind of cool. And
Wait.
even the children's room at the museum.
Oh
will
yeah,
be
right. Moonshiners. That's the people that were there. They had
okay.
the robot.
Is that CJ and Laura? I think.
Lori will know. It was the first time meeting them. I can't remember names. I'm terrible at names.
Yeah, we should go through his toys. Who knows? Might get something to spark for lights and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of one thing I want to try again. I mean, obviously it's time permitting, but we'll try and get as much stuff as we can get done. We can always go back in December, right, guys?
December.
Yeah,
Long underwear.
that's right.
Oh, they got heat in there. It's okay.
Seriously? Downstairs.
Yeah, CJ and Laura. Yeah, because I think somebody has a birthday coming up in December, correct?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Don't remind me. I'm getting old.
Well, I mean, I think you mentioned that you wanted to get there before your birthday and stuff. So
I want to go back.
and maybe we could possibly yank Ethan along with us.
Oh yeah.
I've been trying to encourage him to come along. Yeah.
So we'll see if I can grab Ethan to come in one time in December because I think at that point that would be the last investigation for the year in December. And just kind of, I'm sure I know Lori will probably get more people that are going to want to come after us, but if not, I mean, just let the building how it feeds after till March or April when it starts getting better out and about.
Kat says, "What about me?"
Yeah, if you want to come, hey, if you
along, let's go.
Yeah, you guys are always welcome to come to the museum.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Paranormal Exposures to come back.
Yes, that's a fun time. But yeah, I mean, I think it's good because all the paranormal teams that I talked to throughout the years that I've got to know a lot of teams. A lot of them pretty much end their investigations in November and just kind of have that downtime period to be with family, holidays, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what she's talking about there. And to see you two investigate together, that would be interesting. And, I think like-minded minds, we'll see what the both of you could come out with, Yes, they do know how to throw a good investigation. I am slow on comments. Sorry, I'm trying to read at the same time here.
I love your spelling, William. I just had to throw it out there. Aaron can't spell it with Shara either, so I gave him shit for it. Wait, you want this? No. Okay.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So, Feb, we hope to have a Valentine's investigation.
Ooh.
That's
a good time for Marsha to puck up.
right. In the name of science.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe we'll work something out for February. I think that would be good. That would be fun.
We really got to include paranormal exposures in the following, like into the next year investigation.
Oh yeah, we're definitely doing that. You know, I'm looking at some locations and stuff like that, and just to see where we all go. Bring it on. Ghost dating. It's funny.
Ethan's thing.
That's funny. So Scott, what are some of your things you want to try at the museum when we're there?
Well, I want to
besides the SLS.
We got the REM pod bear coming. I want to see how that works with the kids.
Okay.
Another big one to try out for sure.
Right.
What do you have?
It's a little bear that's got a REM pod inside of it. So once you pick it up like a REM pod would.
Sure.
I wonder if that'll bring the kids out. Let them touch. So
yeah, that'd be fun. You're good, William. You're good. She gives me shit. You give me shit. it's all good. A lot of my problem is that I put on a speaker mode in my phone and I speak, and then I was like, oh, and I send it, and I'm like, oh shit. I don't proofread my own stuff. I need to do that. So pretty much. Oh, go ahead.
Slow down.
So pretty much that's kind of what we got going in November on the 12th. And like I said, the investigations will start from noon till 8. And, you know, weather permitting, we have to dress accordingly, make sure everybody's ready to go and gears set up. Hopefully, I think you'll have your new recorder by then, Scott, I believe.
We're here the first.
Yeah, so you'll like that recorder.
Hope so.
Yeah, it's a lot better. In fact, you know what? I'll probably take mine out tomorrow, and well, I will take it out tomorrow, but I'll try and hook up a mic to it and see what kind of result I get out of it. Because you used the mic in the last one, it didn't work so well. So now with that all in place, about talking about the upcoming investigation.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
So now,
you silly.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I use my S-Box. Actually, God, did you get my message about the DAS ANC?
Not that I can recall.
Okay. I thought I sent you the website of where you could get that DAS ANC.
Not that I'm remembering. I'll have to go back and look.
Okay. On the website itself, it's going for about 200. So.
Okay.
So maybe if you get that, we can hook up the S box that I have from Ghost Stop. We can hook up with that and see how that goes.
All right.
So with that, I know we're getting close. Yeah, we got some time. It's about 40 after. So it's announcement time. So. This is very exciting for me. This is also exciting for MGS Paranormal and Tripwires. Yes, I wish I could get some. So this is an exciting moment for MGS Paranormal. I've been on I've had a team since 2020, March, so to speak. Just because my friend Roland Gerodius threw it out there on me and on live, Facebook Live, about the team. So after that, there was no going back. So with that, I am happy to announce that today we are adding Michelle and Scott to the team. So I greatly appreciate you guys coming on board. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Mhm.
A lot of experiments will be had. We can throw a few parties here and there. In fact, Marcia mentioned a party to me. Damn. So Marcia actually had a good idea, and that and I know you mentioned that are we gonna have like a Halloween party or something like that? And thank you. Um
Thank you, Kat.
so we're thinking next year, maybe what we're wanting to do is maybe throw a Halloween party
Play football later.
at the museum, and like do like hot dogs and burgers and do like a cookout, and maybe get some candy and like have kids, if kids are in that area, to walk around for trick or treating, to come and get some candy.
That's totally up to Lori.
Yep. So if Lori is cool with that, that's an idea that me and Marcia were tossing around yesterday.
Okay, I do know that they host throughout Watoma like a, I don't know, like a brew walk. I don't know, something with beer. You walk around different businesses and get drunk off beer.
We could do that.
So they're setting up for this. I think it's tomorrow. That you can come to the museum, and I think they're handing out beer. I'm not sure. Lori can answer that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I always know they have something going on around Halloween. So if we do that, we just gotta plan around whatever they got going on. It's not exactly
Pub
a
crawl.
crawl. It's like a boo and I think it's like boo and brews or something. I can't remember. Booze and brews tomorrow. Okay, yeah.
That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, beer. Yeah, see, I'm just not a drinker. I don't like alcohol at all. I just can't do it.
I can tolerate it a little bit.
No. Mm-mm.
If I get going on my Coronas, yeah, then I'm in trouble. Where's the rub, y'all?
Yeah, you just gotta come to Watoma and just walk around to businesses and get drunk. Good time.
Yeah. Hopefully the road is shut down, so nobody walks into a car.
Mhm.
It's kind of like beer gardens in a way, because I know Appleton has like beer gardens. So that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So hey, you know what? If she's up for it, maybe we'll shoot up there for a little bit tomorrow. We'll see how the day goes, but I think it'd be an exciting day.
Wait, you want to come this way?
Yeah, maybe we'll shoot up there for a little bit tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll see.
I
We'll
know
see.
Kinsey tomorrow at 4, so if you can come before that.
Yeah, we'll see how things go. Like I said, we're gonna. Oh, okay. Yes, Marcia, as you. Yes, you gotta drive.
What? So that means you're gonna get drunk?
No, I don't get drunk.
Right.
Hey, Denise, how you doing?
Making fun of drunk people.
Yeah, right.
Sounds
right.
like what I do.
I could drive, but I don't know. I think I would. That'd be like a Halloween scare for her, maybe.
Well, maybe you should allow. Well, no. Maybe she needs to allow you to try to drive with her in there, her assistance and guidance, and see how far you can get. Maybe you can make it all the way here on your own.
Yeah. Well, we'll work on that. I know I can do it during the day. Nighttime is where I freak out at.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where.
I totally understand it.
I get lost at nighttime. Find myself in like an abandoned building somewhere. Like, shit, how did I get here? How do I get home?
Well, that's why you bought walkie-talkies.
Yeah, we got walkie-talkies. Yeah, those are cheap. That was about the cheapest thing I've ever gotten. So, but also I was telling um, Scott about walkie-talkies and REM pods and how they don't mix very well.
Mhm.
Same thing with K2 meters; they don't mix very well.
Odds and phones don't mix either.
Mhm. So yeah, it's like I said, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm very. Uh-oh. Sorry,
Here.
she sent me a text. Anyway, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking for the adventures that we're gonna have and all that stuff. Um, that'd be interesting. Anyhow, it is getting close to the top of the hour, and I know you guys got lives to live and kids to take care of, and Scott's gonna have himself a horror fest of movies tonight.
That's right. Staying up all night,
That sounds like a plan, honestly.
all alone.
In the dark.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna be holding his Boo Bear.
Oh, yeah. Got cuddle and snuggle.
I think you should go live.
That'd be sad.
Scott and my bear.
Here.
I think it'd be funny. So, anyhow, thank you guys for coming on tonight. This is a lot of fun. So happy to bring you guys on to the team. I know Marsha's happy to have more people on the team, just to do more different things and experiments and go to different locations and see how everything goes.
Mhm.
Felix, yeah. Felix she's in a corner over there. I put her down for a while. Oh yes, don't watch Terrifier 2 or X. Don't watch those.
Come on.
Unless you want to have a puke bucket next to you, then
That's-
go right ahead.
That gory.
Yes, Terrifier is very gory. More so than it should be, honestly. X is just gross in general. It's not the goriness in X. It's just the concept of the movie.
Yep.
It's just out there. Felix is gonna get upset. Yeah, probably so. Yeah, it's crazy.
Gotta see it.
Yeah. Then you're in for a treat. maybe I'll bring Felix along tomorrow. If I got room for it, yeah. Well, yeah, we're bringing Marsha's vehicle, so yeah. Not tomorrow. I'm sorry, on the 12th.
Ooh. Yeah, about that, William. I don't know. I don't know. That's, baby steps to that place.
Yeah. Barbarian. Oh yes, Barbarian. Watch Barbarian. That's a funky movie. You'll like that one. If you have HBO Max, it's on HBO Max. What else? Yes. Well, Edinburgh. Yes, I think we can manage Edinburgh.
Maybe.
Far as the basement wise, that one we'll have to probably watch the girls more. Because that could be a little testy on the girls. Hey Donna, how you doing? So that's just oh yeah, solo room in a boiler. Oh god. Yeah, see now and he brings up a point. I chicken shit on the boiler room at Edinburgh. Hey Amy. That one just told me no, not today. Not today. So, but having everybody there, having the chemistry that we all have, it won't be that bad, you know.
So
So, what's that?
so you think?
Yeah, I mean it's just something that we'll work on, and yep, the dynamics and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean it makes a team stronger when you go to locations that you're unsure of,
Yeah.
and once you get that feel of that location, it makes the team stronger. The dynamics get a lot better. We understand each other a lot more. So, and what our breaking points are. I'm not saying to say, "Oh, go do this by ourselves."
Thank you, Kat.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to pull like a Destination Fear, even though that's one of my favorite shows to watch, to go off by ourselves in a dangerous spot of the building and do a solo. That to me is, uh, that's, in my opinion, right at this point in time, is not a thing to do, especially in a location that you've only been there. Like me, I've only been there once.
Mhm.
If you go to a location like that multiple times, then you can build up the courage to go and do a solo by yourself. But again, walkie talkies in hand, make sure everybody's covered, know where everybody is. Not get your fingers slammed in a fire exit door, cat. Hopefully that finger is doing good. Hopefully that ring got repaired.
I'm just really excited. I've always been obsessed with Brawhead. Like it draws me in. Like I'm like, I need to go to this place. Like,
And we will. And that's another thing we'll do too.
oh,
Good. Glad to hear your fingers are doing good, cat. And Broadhead, yeah, I think that would be the next step that we would take, is go to Broadhead.
yeah. I think
And
go in April.
April, yes, they have a Paracon going on in April.
Yeah, I'm going to that, by the way.
Oh, okay. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Well, Lori asked me to go, so I'm assuming I'm the driver.
Well, maybe that's something that, if Scott wants to go, if he's got time to go, that would be good. Then at that point too, then I'll make sure that me and Marsha have time to go as well. So we're all there at once.
Yeah. Yes.
Um,
Yes. So I am looking forward to Paracon. Sorry, I almost forgot what it's called. April 2nd. Yes.
So I will put that on the calendar and make sure that it works out for all of us to be down there, and walk around, get the feel of the building, because I know Bill will be excited for that. And then from there we'll set up probably a time for a formal investigation. If paranormal exposures comes up and we all get to hang out and do all that stuff together, that'd be fun. And then we could do with other teams too as well. Like we got Raven.
Thing that I can't do is the investigation that day, because my mom wants to go and she doesn't want to do that, so I have to drive back with her. Well, because she won't drive the interstate, so I have to drive her back home.
No, that's fine. I was saying like after like the Paracon, like maybe down the road after we'll set up a date to go.
Okay.
And Bill is very easy to work with. Yeah, I have to take a look at my calendar and we'll get everything set up. We'll start working on the new year. It's going to be a museum full year. It's going to be a Broadhead full year. I think.
Oh, she won't, Lori. Sorry. I tried.
Maybe we'll find ourselves into Iowa, depending on how things go. Because I do want to take you guys to Edinburgh. I want to take you guys to the Granger House. I think you'll like that. I hate driving on the interstate. Yes, she does.
I love driving the interstate.
Yeah. We won't talk about Minnesota. Oops, sorry. We're not talking about Minnesota. But
what's in Minnesota?
Death. Interstate. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna make our way around. We'll find things in the state. I know you mentioned stuff in Wyawega, I believe, didn't you, Michelle?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, it's on the tip of my tongue. There's another place too. The schoolhouse.
Yeah.
Whatever town that schoolhouse is in, I forget. I just
Okay.
looked at it like yesterday.
Okay.
Like-
And Scott, I'm sure you got places you want to look at.
Hartford Cemetery,
Okay.
number
So
one.
we can take a look, and we would have to call the police in Green Lake to make sure that they know that we're going to come and investigate there for a little bit.
Mhm.
I know we probably won't be able to stay the night, or do a nighttime investigation there because it's not allowed in Wisconsin, unfortunately. I know in Illinois that they allow you to do some cemeteries at night. But we will start making our rounds throughout the state, what we can find, which is in price range. First and foremost, we all gotta afford to go to these locations because they get expensive. Sheboygan would be a nice place to go, but that's so far out of price range. I mean, it doesn't pay to go. Even a half of a day of an investigation is so costly.
You know how many times growing up, being a little kid, we broke that law? I didn't know there was even a law at cemeteries in Wisconsin. I didn't know that. We used to play Ghost in the Graveyard growing up as kids all the time.
Yeah.
Like 12 at night and go play out there. We never got in trouble.
Yeah, now it's a fine. If they catch you, it's a $300 fine.
Oh.
I was told.
Yeah, see, I never knew that. It's good to
Yep.
know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just because all the houses that are across from the cemetery at Riverside here in town, people will call because if they see anybody with a flashlight, they will call. In fact, I remind myself there is a walk behind the cemetery. It's the Wyawega, not Wyawega. It's a trail. I forgot what it's called now. Damn it. Marshall will probably put in a post of what the trail is. But there is a trail behind the cemetery that goes about, I want to say 20 miles. Wywash Trail. That's it. Wywash Trail. And that goes about 20 miles. Now, the one behind the cemetery is reportedly haunted. There is a phantom jogger, I should say, a phantom person on a bike, and a swimmer that yells for help.
Cool.
Dang.
We're there.
So, night vision, yeah. What's that?
We're there.
Yeah. So, if I can get clearance from the city, I don't know who exactly I have to go to for that. But if I could get clearance to do a nighttime investigation on that walkway behind the cemetery, that'll be definitely in the works to do. But I have to get clearance because they lock it up at dusk. So, but you still could get around. But it's still, I don't want us to get a fine for that. There is the Grand Opera House here in Oshkosh that I just found out that is available to do investigations. So once I find out pricing and how many hours we can spend in there, I think that'd be a lot of fun. What else is there? Yes, Malvern would be a great spot. I've been there once before. I want to get back. The Morgan House Architectural or Agricultural and Historical Society just had an investigation done by Wendigo Paranormal. So I did leave a message on the answer machine. Hopefully I didn't sound stupid on there, but I did ask for a request to investigate their building. So we'll see if they get back to me on that tomorrow. Because that's the only day they're open. All right, so okay, correction. I could get corrected a lot. So, but those are some of the things that are a little bit on the pipeline there. So pretty much we are at the 8 o'clock hour. So we filled in an hour, which is good. We got awesome people in the chat room. Thank you all for joining us tonight for this special announcement and our upcoming investigations. And once we get all this stuff done, we will do a recap of the investigation and stuff. We'll do that online. Yeah, thank goodness for Marsha. Yep, absolutely. And so I know I have a recap next Friday with Paranormal Exposures with the Edinburgh investigation, so that will be fun. So stay tuned for that next Friday. And as of Monday, I don't think I have a guest at this point on Monday. I'm kind of slacking a little bit, so maybe it'll be an open concept conversation. We'll see how that goes Monday night. But other than that, yeah, thank you guys all for joining us tonight for this awesome show tonight with the new team in hand with Michelle and Scott. Say again?
I said thanks for all the love you guys showed us tonight.
Yes.
It was fun.
It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait for all this stuff to go down. So yes, you have a good weekend as well. You all have a good Halloween weekend. Get lots of candy. Don't get too drunk. Yeah, everybody be safe out there. Watch out for the candy and who gives out the candy, and go to the house with the light on, correct? Isn't that what we're supposed to do now with kids? Go to houses with lights on. So, but with that, I thank you all for joining us tonight, and hope to see you again soon. So you have been watching the Paranormal Brew and the BB3 TV networks. If you do not have Facebook, please join us on the YouTube channel for MGS Paranormal. And this has been Michelle, and that's been Scott. I'm Darren. I thank you all, and I bid you adieu.
Good night.
Bye.
So long, everybody.